Morning everyone, my name's Charlotte. I'm from the Chamber of Commerce and Industry Queensland. Sorry, I'm skipping some here already. And I'm here today to talk about the ecoBiz program. So the ecoBiz program is a free program for any small and medium business within the state to participate in. And it's free because it is funded by the Department of Environment and Science. So the Chamber of Commerce has been managing this contract for over 9 years now. So who's eligible to participate in this program? It's essentially any business under 200 full-time equivalent employees, any community associations, sporting clubs, and also non-for-profits. Because it is free, it's essentially just a 2-hour time investment where a coach comes out to visit your premises and walk around with you. But the participation in the program can also lead to savings as you're getting advice on how to reduce your energy, water and waste costs at your business. So on average, businesses see in the first sort of 12 to 24 months of participation, 19% in savings on their utilities, which at these times when costs are going up and up, it's, any money in your pocket is always good. It is also really helpful to demonstrate any savings or initiatives that you're already doing at your business on government contracts, tenders, especially the presentations that we've been hearing this morning as well. So you're able to demonstrate your sustainability commitments and then also your recommendations that you receive as part of the session. You can use those in your tender applications as well. If you are at all eligible to be paying environmentally relevant activity fees or ERA fees under the EPA, if you do achieve a 10% saving or more under the program, you are eligible for a 10% reduction in your fees. So if you are understanding on the ERA fees, and that will make sense to you. If not, don't worry about it, it doesn't apply to you. So how does the program work? It's very simple. I'll have a QR code at the end of this and also at the Greening Your Booth Greeting Your Business booth, but essentially just register in the program. We'll be in touch within a day or two. We'll book you in for your free coaching session, so just 2 hours with a sustainability expert to walk around with you. We'll get some of your bills just to understand what you're currently using, and then you'll receive a report at the end of that with some recommendations on how to reduce your utilities. So across energy, water and waste. And these recommendations are usually no to low cost, and they do go up to high cost as well, things like solar panels or new plant and equipment, if that is relevant to your particular activity. It's then up to you to make the changes in the business. We can provide you some grant pathways if you're eligible, or if there are grants currently open at the moment. And then we'll check back in with you after about 12 months to see how you're going in terms of those changes that you've made, and we'll make a comparison on your bills and we'll let you know how much you've actually been able to save. If you have managed to save 10% or more in either energy, water or waste, you become what we call a star partner. So you'll receive a certificate and a logo. You'll get invited to our star partner events as well. So we've actually got one tomorrow happening out in Meadowbrook at B&C Plastics, who are one of our star partners. And they're exclusive events essentially for those who are able to achieve that, where you can get some more education and some tools and resources in your belt to help you on your path to sustainability. So you can access this program as much or as little as you want. It's a very tailored journey. If you're just looking for advice on energy, just advice on waste, we're here to help. So use us as much or as little as you'd like.
Today, our ecoBiz coach Andrew Chamberlain is going out to visit the Electoral Commission's Queensland offices. This session will focus on ECQ's waste and energy usage. This usually begins by looking over the utility bills available prior to the coaching session. This will help determine the best course of action to help ECQ make a reduction in their waste and energy.
What motivated us to join the ecoBiz program was to gain a better understanding of our waste management practices in our head office, but also our warehouse that we operate, and for our electrical services that we offer throughout Queensland. We wanted to get a better understanding of our carbon footprint and the impacts of sustainable practices on our supply chain. So we recommend ecoBiz to others. This is a model which I think can learn better ways to manage their own resources and waste.
If you would like to know more about the ecoBiz program, please contact us below to register your interest.
So as I mentioned before, we can help you with your energy, water and waste bills, but what we're definitely hearing at the moment through not just the Energy and Jobs Plan, but also our net zero targets and our carbon positive games as well in 2032, is that carbon is basically the new thing that we all need to be across. So by the bills that you're providing us as part of the program, we can help start building out your carbon footprint for you and helping you understand that terminology, your usage, and then also how to start reducing that carbon as well. So it's definitely a great starting place if you're feeling very overwhelmed by this new terminology and the new requirements that we're still really not sure what they look like at this point in time. So we can help you start on that journey and then provide you the pathways to whether that's offsetting or net zero or neutrality. We can really start you on that journey. So we do that as part of the partnership assessment. So at that 12-month mark, when we assess your data and see if you've made the reduction. So to leave you with a couple of hot tips on how you can start saving in your business already. So energy, we can do some really simple things such as doing some LED lighting upgrades, which are really good at just very quickly improving your efficiency at your business. Solar is also a really great option if you can afford the capex, or even if your landlord will let you. Of course, if you own your own building, then that's even better. And having a look at your appliances as well. The age of the appliances, the newer they are, the more efficient they're going to be. In terms of water, some of the easiest savings that we see businesses is making sure you're checking for leaks. Leaks are probably the largest consumption that goes unknown in businesses. So just making sure you're regularly checking every 6 to 12 months and making sure that nothing untoward is happening that you might not be seeing on the surface. In terms of waste, reducing your waste sent to landfill is massive and can really help you on your journey to sustainability. So in order to do this, setting up additional waste streams. So, we all know about recycling, but things like looking at your e-waste is a really good place to start. Unfortunately, with the soft plastics, we've just heard about RedCycle, which is quite disappointing, but hopefully there will be another solution that steps in the meantime. And also, I'm not sure if everyone is aware, but there is the Aspire program, which Logan businesses are eligible to participate in. So the Logan City Council pays for this platform, so you can access it for free. And it's essentially where you can upload any of the waste that you have at your business, and you can do a trade. So I like to say it's sort of Tinder meets Facebook Marketplace. A nice little thing you can do as well that's also really no cost is changing your behaviour at your business as well. So educating your staff on new processes and even going as simple as turning off your lights at the end of the day, or starting up your plant and equipment at different times of the day. But also educating your suppliers, your customers as well about the work that you're doing is really good for starting that conversation on your sustainability journey. So I'll leave you with the QR code to register if you're interested. Feel free to scan it now. Otherwise, I do have one out at the Greening Your Business booth. So feel free to come and have a chat to me about any questions you might have. Thank you for your time today.